Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Jackson Corbin. On today's show, we'll be talking about the Democratic Republic of the Congo, or the DRC. The Democratic Republic of the Congo was originally a colony of Belgium, and it was in control of King Leopold II of Belgium, who had it as his personal estate or property. As World War I continued to progress, the Belgians began to massacre the people of the Congo to urge them to produce more rubber so that they could have more for fortifications in the war. The ironic thing about this is that, in fact, the fortifications would get wiped out in 5 days and all of that money would be spent on nothing. Because of this, after the war, the people of the Congo hated the Belgians, since the Democratic Republic of the Congo eventually gained its freedom in 1960 through the process of decolonization. Decolonization is defined as the act of a country leaving or granting its colony its independence. So, an example of this would be when the United Kingdom eventually gave Canada its freedom, or we can go the violent way in which the United States decolonized after a revolution. Decolonization can be violent or it can be nonviolent in the case of the Democratic Congo. They were granted their independence peacefully, but it turned very violent, many different groups of people fighting for control over the country. Which this is evidenced by the country's name changed many different times, from the Republic of the Congo to Zaire, to the Republic of the Congo to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. This country has had many names, as a result of whoever was in power. In fact, to this day, there are still numerous events of armed robbery and other crimes of violence because of unrest in this country as a result of a weak government. The first group of people to take power in the Democratic Republic of the Congo was led by a man named Joseph Kasavubu. Now it's a mouthful. He was the leader of the Alliance des Bakongo, which was also called ABACO for short. He was declared president and served as the head of the government after the Democratic Republic of the Congo received its independence from Belgium on June 30th, 1960, after several months of negotiation from Joseph Kasavubu, who mainly led. One thing that I think needs to be noted is that the Democratic Republic of the Congo received its independence peacefully, despite being massacred and despite its history with Belgium. For now, there was a peace throughout the land until another party leader by the name of Lumumba declared himself president as well. Both of these presidents declare themselves presidents, and actually, Lumumba and Kasavubu both said that they fired each other. Two people basically decided that they were presidents and then fired each other. How is that possible? All this action was nonviolent until the 5th of July, when the army of the Democratic Republic of the Congo mutinied and deserted against the government, resulting in offensive action by Belgian paratroopers, which were deployed to the country to protect Belgian citizens. Similar events have taken place throughout the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Many of these events are often repeated over and over and over again, resulting in an endless power cycle until today, where the Democratic Republic of the Congo has a very weak government, struggles with crimes, drugs, and arms dealing as well, as armed robbery, murder, and other crimes are listed as the top crimes being listed in the country, above petty theft and other crimes, which are listed in the United States as the top crimes that happen. This is evidenced by a U.S. State Department travel advisory of a level 4, which means do not travel to the Democratic Republic of the Congo under any circumstances. Don't go there unless you want to die, because a lot of the Congolese are trained to kill or hold Americans for ransom, as we are considered valuable, according to the Congolese, of course. This is a perfect image of the current government, which is too weak to control this, despite all of these being illegal, which is why this problem persists. This also happens to remind me of our sponsor, which happens to be the government of the Democratic Republic. Looking for a nice, cool vacation out there? Well, come and visit the hot, steamy, and cool, wonderful Congo River, which happens to be a wonderful vacation destination, according to them, of course. The country itself had no diplomatic ties with any countries aside from its neighboring countries until a man named Joseph Mobutu finally lifted a ban on opposing parties and established somewhat of a democratic government and started to work for change, which resulted in both French, Belgian, and Moroccan embassies, as well as United States embassies, to be established in the capital. The resulting government is still very weak and shaky, which is why the government in countries today are still very dangerous and crime-ridden. So this is how government of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, decolonized from Belgium, had many power struggles before And before I end this podcast, I'd like to thank the United States State Department, the French and Belgian State Departments, and Encyclopedia Britannica for making this podcast possible. With that said, I'm Jackson Corbin, and I will see you next time.